Alrighty, starting the stream. Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I do actually have a thumbnail this time around because I decided not to be lazy for once. I know, impressive. Let me get that set up real quick. Yeah, you know what? While we are waiting, we can let these guys do their thing. Moving much slower right now, though. I've got them on 1 times speed instead of 4 times, like I normally do. Oh, we have some research complete. That's cool. Let me finish making these quick edits to my stream, and then we will be all set. Looks like everyone's just crafting, trying to get stuff set up. I believe my goal, whenever I left off last time, was to get a automated water filtration system set up. And so that is what I am hoping to do today. Okay, I think everything is set up. Perfect. Alright, well, let's kick this back into 4 times speed. What are we researching right now anyways? I believe we were working on some basic automation. I don't know what the automation overlay is. I'm guessing, that's what this is. Okay. Oh, it all needs refined metal, and I do not have access to that quite yet. Okay, if we can get this up to a higher priority, what are... Okay, y'all are a 9, 8, 7. You can be set back down to 5, actually. Yeah, I think I like everything where it is. Schedules, alright. No one has any sort of skill issues. Priorities. No, I remember why I did that, and I'm gonna keep it like that, actually. Ooh, new printables are available. What do we got? We've either have some hatching. Holy cow. So we have someone who's really good at husbandry. He gets a decor boost of plus 20. But also he's a shabby dresser, so he gets minus 15. So he's still a plus 5. But he is germ resistant. He's got a small boost. And he's really good at husbandry. Let me look at everyone real quick. I actually remember. So you're on research. You're our miner. Okay, it doesn't look like we actually have anybody on husbandry. So that would not be a bad idea. And we do have enough room for them. So I think... this is a good choice. Because I don't really think we need hatch. I know that they produce coal. Excretes solid coal as a waste. But we haven't even gotten into that yet. So I think for now we will set that up. Let's look at their priorities real quick. Supplying, storing, and ranching. I do not believe we have a ranch set up quite yet, nor do we have the option for it. Let's go take a look up here. Yeah, we went straight to agriculture. We have not touched ranching yet. I guess that'll be what we do next. I think we can put a... Okay, so this needs to... Nope, not that, that. Because I think if we get this one wire down... Oh, Frankie earned a skill point. Sweet. We're going to go into the farming first, because we need you to get into ranching. Still no power. Okay, hold on. Oh, it's because, like, none of the power lines are actually going right now. Okay, well, priority for construction. Yeah. Because otherwise these bristle blooms will not grow. And without that, then we are still kind of in a deficit on food. Okay, we have 2,000 calories and we need roughly 5,000. So that's going to be kind of rough. We are going to be generating more carbon dioxide. So I don't know if I want to... I think I might end up replacing all this with tiles and just making more of these algae terrariums. And then oxygen, just more algae. The more algae, the better. Is there still infected air in here? Or, oh, there's a single one. I guess you might have accidentally grabbed it, huh? I'm a little worried about that, and I still don't have access to any meal wood quite yet. I'm just gonna let them do their thing for the time being. Do I have... Do I have the things that I need to put all of this in place? I think I do, actually. I have the liquid pump, I have the liquid filter, foreset pump. And then that would come out, and then we'd end up with, is it in refinement? It is a water sieve. So this would make good water. Then from there, this can come out and link up with this, which would then come over here and be used, and then eventually cycled back into the system through a, I guess, liquid vent over here. So I think we have everything in place to do so. Trying to think. We do like a liquid bridge here, and so we have like our lavatories or whatever they are, cycling through the ceiling, come down through here, and then here to be pumped in and hopefully be filtered. Unless it's better just to cycle it through here, but I plan on having this kind of be like a reservoir of some nature. I'm going to let them get as many of these done as they can before I crack this, or like I stop this, crack open the area, and dig in there. A germ-covered mush bar, cycle in a third. Well, we got just barely enough. Well, let's see what's happening here. No research selected. Well, now we do. Alright, well I think that's all the polluted water down in the system. So that's super nice. Well, not all the polluted water. Or yeah, polluted water. Just polluted oxygen is still something we'll have to be careful about. Okay. Everyone seems to be alright. To be fair, there's a bunch of carbon dioxide sitting down here. And I'm worried that it's going to start creeping up through the floors too if we don't get these algae terrariums going. But we'll see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just let everyone kind of do their thing until we can get all this built up. Oh boy, got a bunch of blueprints. Let's see what this is. Ooh. Alright. Oh, did someone earn a skill point? You did. Let's go. Sure. How much longer is this going to last? 0.4 cycles. Like at some point this will all be built. Hopefully. Maybe. Man, y'all gotta stop picking up Yucky Long. Okay, what is priority? 7? Fine by me. Actually, does this count as a room? It does. Okay, cool. Alright. Oh, no research. Focus. I guess food repository. Stations being that of, we have the farming station, we have a grooming station, and a shearing station. We are running out of metal ores. Which might explain why none of this is getting built. Let's see. And there's plenty of metal upwards if I want to do that. Yeah, sure, why not? Everything's jumping. That's so silly. Sulfur and sand. Like, I see there's a big repository here. I just don't really know how to get to it. Prints available. Curative tablets. A simple, easy-to-take remedy for minor germ-related or germ-based diseases. Or we can get... Honestly, I wouldn't mind a construction. But I think the curative tablets are more down the road I need. How goes the colony? It's going pretty alright. I see a ranch getting built. Indeed, there is. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a couple of hatches in there. Start generating coal and get some generators online. I did end up starting the kind of design over here, but no one seems to want to come over here and actually do it. Between number 3 and 31 on his list of things to do. I also got a new duplicate, Frankie. I figured I had finally kind of reached a level of where I could actually support 5 duplicates. And so he is going to do farming, or he's going to do ranching in particular. I believe I have someone else, though, that I'm going to have do farming. Where you at? There you are, Frank. No, not Frankie. You might end up doing both. We'll see. drywall. Interesting. He'll be a multifaceted dupe. Indeed. I have ended up getting a lot of like food repurposing, as well as I ended up completing both of the sensor upgrades that I need for doing the thing. The only issue I'm running into at this point is that I need refined metal, which I think comes from this setup. Produces refined metals from raw ore. Yeah. So we'll get that going next. And it looks like we're making enough food for everybody. I do need to actually set up a legitimate kitchen, though. So I guess that is what I will work on next. So I believe it is the spice grinder. Actually, do we have... Oh, we don't. Dang it. Okay, so I know there is a medicine you can get a hold of. Yeah, hand sanitizer. I want that for this room. You also need the electric grill. There's a fridge. And I don't know if it's a micro musher. Let's see. Greenhouse, stables, park, nature reserve, recreation room. Kitchen. Spice grinder, a cooking station, and a refrigerator. Okay. So I believe... No, not copper ore. What in the world? The electric grill counts as a cooking implement. Something of that nature. Yeah, cooking station. So I don't necessarily need a microbe musher. Except the electric grill I don't think can cook anything that I have at this moment without one. So I figured it'd just be best to put it up here anyways. But yeah, I just kind of have to wait now. Stinky earned the skill point. So these just give like +2 construction, I guess, and then this one gives demolish gravitas buildings. Interesting. Lots of increasing attributes. I need to be using airflow tiles. There we go. there's not enough materials. Seems to be a reoccurring issue. Also, no, what do you mean unreachable dig? Okay, well, let's see what happens if we do this. I still don't know where y'all keep getting all these yucky lungs from. Okay, I guess there is a little bit of polluted oxygen in the base, and there will probably be a lot, actually, because of all this algae. But, hey man, I'm trying. If anything, I should probably do something similar to this with these, where I actually just put a... whatever they're called. A deodorizer. Just directly above this. And I probably will get to it once I actually, you know, convert all this. Cool, so that's actually all filled out now. Okay, that's done. And we can go back to what I was working on. Which I think was metal refinement. Yeah, that. Why are you just sitting here? Who just dropped you there? That's wild. Thank you. Ooh, you got a skill point. And I can just dump that on you. I don't know if the advanced medical... Actually, that's something I'm just going to Google real quick. Does oxygen not included skilled trees count for all behind? Oh, so apparently they just count 24/7. It's not whatever hat they wear. It just happens to be like they have all those improved. Welcome back. Okay, so I did actually Google about the whole skill tree thing and about like if wearing specific hats has, any effects. And apparently it's just like you get a permanent +2 to medicine and they now have these skills. So it's not about the hat or whatever they're wearing, which is really interesting. So it requires you having a specific skill unlocked. So like super duper hard digging. Doesn't affect hard digging. You have to actually have hard digging unlocked for it to take effect. But once you do, and you have like super hard digging, then they all are active at once. Yeah. Okay. Hey, they're actually working on this. I'm so glad. This is going to be a little interesting to work on. Just because I'm not 100% sure on how to do this without this becoming a, like, sanitary nightmare. I don't know how to mark this as, like, a no-go zone. Other than just, I guess, make it non-accessible. I need them to dig, like, all this copper out. It's a whole thing of uranium here, along with some abyssalite and lead. Interesting. But hey, they're actually making progress over here, which I am super happy about. So one thing that I am... Oh, why is my breathability going down? What in the world? It's probably because I cracked out all this new area and it has to get filled. I mean, my CO2 still seems to be at a pretty fine level, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, yeah, breathability is back up to 90%. So I might cancel that and just have ladders going all the way down there. No. I'm not quite sure how I want to do this. Okay, what did they just finish? Because I completely forgot. Plywood press, a kiln, a rock crusher, a ladder bed. Needs refined metal though, meaning I don't have it. fire pole. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm gonna let them just keep on keeping on. Fire clay to produce ceramic and coal, or wood to produce refined carbon. Combines a binder liquid and plant husk to create plywood. Ineffectively produces refined materials from raw resources. Where? Okay, yeah, so it was up here. Why are you... Okay. Ooh. Actually, we're going to cancel all that, because otherwise all this water is going to cause problems. There is a thought, though, that I might be able to just fill in these tiles here, break this open, and just have it slip right down. That would actually work perfectly. Agriculture starts with grilling. I am at least going to power you. The rest of it can stay turned off for the time being. Oh, you're a miscellaneous room because you're not technically done yet. Everyone's gonna eat those fries. Let's check on disinfecting. Don't have any bleach stone. So that might mean I need to... Wait, sorry, did that say plumbed? Okay, it didn't. No, it does. Bleach stone. Is there any way to... Slime, algae. Okay, so chlorine gas, we have iron ore, a bunch of coal, phosphorus. Yeah, I'm not seeing any bleach stone, but that may just be because I'm not in an area that has it. Whatever. Let us continue. What do you need? Oh, I was trying to get bleach stone for my hand sanitizer. Nora Bliss, welcome in. Good vibes. Yeah, we have all the vibes here. How's it going? It's going great. The base has not imploded on itself, so that's pretty good. To be fair, I'm only 3 hours in, but you know, a solid start is what it takes. My stream is set for peak. Interesting. Oh. Yeah, I forgot to update that. Oops, let me do that real quick. That's what you meant by peak. Oopsie doopsie. Let's see if I can edit that. I forgot how to spell oxygen. Oh, it's with a Y. Out of all the vowels, that was not the one. I was supposed to stream Peak like a day or two ago, so I had it all set up for that, and so I completely forgot to swap that back. That's my bad. But I might end up playing some Peak this afternoon with a couple of buddies on stream as well. I'm not 100% sure quite yet. Alright. But thanks for dropping by and letting me know. Peak is a very fun game. I've actually done Ascent 7 before. It was not the greatest run ever, but I survived. My record is 58 minutes. I reached the peak. I've only finished the initial difficulty. Hey man, that is totally fine. The game can definitely be a little much at times. I grinded it out with a couple of friends. 58 minutes is pretty good. I think I might have been somewhere in that range too, because I had to get to like under 1 hour. You just play it so infrequently. That's fair. Yeah. It kind of became my just OCD for a little bit. Not OCD. My like ADHD focus. Been on an Oni grind. Hey man. Roots is pretty hard. Hyperfixation. There we go. He knows words. I don't. I think the worst one, in my opinion, would be the Arctic one. You word good, indeed. All right, research complete for smelting. Any recommendations on things I should do next? Because I've got a bunch of just random stuff. Nora Bliss has followed. Thanks for the follow. I don't really think I need any of that. There's a wall toilet. That's so funny. We got flow redirection, emulsification. Interesting. Liquid tuning. So have you ranched before? Not in particular. What do you play besides Distant Peak? I just finished doing a like Hytale playthrough because that came out and I've essentially beaten the game at this point. As for ranching, all I've done is really just put them in the box and called it a day. Alright, you've earned a skill point. This allows you to do quarium mining. Interesting. Or it could get you on the grilling. I could do improved strength. Oh, there's quite a few things. I mean, I could do any of them, obviously, but I'd prefer doing stuff that gives them a morale boost. I asked because incubators are going to be important. Oh, just so you can get them, you know, producing as quickly as possible. I think my playthrough took 15 hours or so. Maybe a little longer. It was probably closer to 20 if I had to guess. To refill them when they die, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll get you on grilling. Why not? Everyone go to Eep. Produces refined metals from raw metal ore, significantly heats and outputs the liquid piped into it. Okay, so that one requires... Site. Interesting. Oh, Frankie earned a skill point. Let's go. Go critter ranching. So I'm going to, I guess, try to wrangle and relocate the hatches in my base. I think those are the only two, but it's a start. There's also some Sweetles. Non-hostile critters extract large amounts of sucrose. They're related to the grub and exhibit similar, albeit less effective farming behavior. You just made iron armor in Hytale? Yeah, I made it all the way to adamantite. One thing I will mention is if you're still in the starting zone where it's like just a mountain of copper and you don't find any iron, just put on your copper armor and go to a frost biome. Do not even bother with the desert. Well, okay, if you have a bow and a ton of arrows, feel free to go to the desert. Just leave that beginning location because you find so much more iron everywhere else. So you can either go straight to the desert and just do that, as long as you have a bow, because there are these stupid little creatures that can fly around and follow you and will absolutely murder you. So you'll want to be able to kill them. Otherwise, just go north. There'll be plenty of iron there. You can get cobalt. Yeah. I would recommend, I guess, thorium over cobalt, just because it gives you that bonus poison protection. I don't think it's better in any other way. I do need to set this up for hatches. Why does it say 0 kilograms of dirt? There's no way. I have more than 0 kilograms of dirt. Why are you halted? You need 20 kilograms of the stuff. I'm going to wait for this to get lower, and then I'm going to try to crack this open and have it flood down through here. I don't quite know if that's going to work or not, but we'll find out. Okay, can we need to bump up these guys' priority. That's how much is in the thing. I stream daily. Generally, no. Just this last week, I happened to have been stuck. One or more duplicants are trapped. How did you get out here? What did what did you do to get stuck out here? Well, shoot. Let's see. Hopefully that works. But yeah, I was saying that I've streamed a lot this week just because we had a big snowstorm where I was at, and I literally couldn't leave the house. So I was bored and had a bunch of video games that I had not touched yet and decided to just stream them all. Yeah, normally I work 5 days a week. Sometimes I will stream after work, but a lot of times I will be completely exhausted or have something else that I need to be working on. So I don't end up getting around to it. Hey, let's go. Oh, I guess most of the base is complete at this point, so there is nothing better for them to do. You stream even if it's only for an hour or two. I agree. And generally, oh wait, now I remember why I didn't do that. Food has decayed, invalid construction location, building lacks resources. Yeah. See, that's so silly because, like, I feel like, okay, well, the rotten mush bar needs to be relocated somewhere. Hopefully no one eats it, but the priority on the fridge definitely needs to be up there. But yeah, as I was saying, I definitely should stream more often. I just haven't really had the will. If you look over on like my YouTube channel, because Twitch doesn't save anything for more than like a week, you'll see I will stream for like a month, and then I will just stop doing it for 2 months, 3 months, because a lot of times when I do that, I almost want to call it negative interaction, but like just nobody. So I kind of just lose that little will there. But people like you and Mr. Generic Name make this so much easier for me to do streaming, because I have something or someone that I actually see is finding my material and is actually interacting with it. Normally, all I'll get is bots, and so it's nice seeing people being like, "Hey, we saw your stream. We decided to stop by," and that's just awesome, and I love that. Okay, you don't have any power. Oh, and that's because we're not generating any power. You're a bot? No! Oh, I should have guessed it. Man. Great, now you're gonna try to... Oh, okay. You're just leaking. That's... Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, that's a bad idea. And we're going to put this on priority 9 because I need that done ASAP. Also, if I can get someone to mop all this up, please. Your message got blocked. I do have a couple of like things in place that try to block most bots. But it's so silly. Because every once in a while I will get someone who will drop into my stream and just be like, you know, get cheap views on XYZ. and I just absolutely despise it. Yeah. Okay, so this looks like it's almost done. Do you play story-driven games too? I started Expedition 33 after the whole... Everyone was like, yeah, it got 20 awards or whatever. And so I was going to check it out. And then I played, I think, one live stream of it. And immediately forgot it existed. Because that's when I went into my hibernation state. Because I was just not seeing anyone or anything. Which I know isn't really like the most, you know, efficient way of raising your, you know, player interaction or whatever, or viewer interaction. So new printables are available. Awesome. Bliss Burst Seeds. I know what you are. Don't want you. How do you have increased agriculture? Oh, because agriculture and husbandry are not the same thing. I don't know why they are in my head. I don't really want any of this right now. I do kind of want to get these upgraded before I do that, and I don't think that's going to happen. Also, I might end up moving these up to like here, where they're actually going to be in oxygen, and then put the coal generator down here instead. What's our thoughts on that? Because I feel like, you know, having your patient just absolutely drowning in carbon dioxide is probably not the best for them. Have I played The Last of Us? No, I haven't. And I honestly don't have any plans to. I don't really know anything about it, which generally whenever I buy a game, it is because I have spent the last 2+ years watching someone else already interact with it, because I am very careful about how I spend my money, and so I don't want to buy something that I have no ideas about, and it just turns out to be an absolute waste of my money, or at least how I view it. But I can look into it. That could be a thought. Because I've still got plenty of oxygen. I'm just like overflowing on oxygen, actually. That's a whole thing I didn't even know existed. Farming overlay, germ, decor. You are not a story-driven guy, I guess. Yeah, my problem is I cannot sit there and watch a movie while I'm trying to play my video game. I'm playing a video game to interact with the story, not watch the story unfold. Which, you know, if that's someone else's gig, that's totally fine. I just guess I don't really have the patience for it. It's just like, oh, that's so cool. Let me go beat some guys up, please. Let me go stab someone in the back, because I like to play as a rogue or a sniper in whatever game I'm playing. Okay, how's all this going? We're gonna actually cancel from here forward, because I think that should be enough copper for people to at least be happy. Okay, that airlock's done. So I can actually crack that open and drop the water in whenever that happens. What online games do I play? Well, I do have access, at least, to that of... No, I don't need power. I need furniture. Sorry, getting distracted here for a second, trying to make these more efficient. I do have access to that of like Marvel Rivals, Overwatch 2. I think I just snuck my way into that of like Deadlock. And there's probably a couple more. I never was super into the whole like Black Ops series as an online, or like Apex Legends, because I am just not sweaty enough for that. I might just take the Oxalite just because I know that this is going to be a big deficit for the time being. But at least I don't think... Nope, you have Yucky Long. You don't. You don't. At least one of y'all has Yucky Long 24/7. I don't think there's any getting around it, which I'm not super surprised about. Let's see. Can I drain that? No, I can't. So what happens when I try to destroy you? Do I play indie games too? Yes, I absolutely love me some indie games. I would say I recently played Quarantine Zone. I don't think I've heard of that one before, actually. I might make an apothecary instead. Produces medicine to cure most basic diseases. Must possess medicine compounding skill. I take that back. It's just released on the 12th of this month. I think that's all you need. Yeah. Oh, I think they also wanted a sink. Okay. Is that also in medicine? It is. Okay. I might make this one way just because... What was it called? Quarantine Zone. Released on the 12th of the month. Oh, right. That's what I was attempting to do. That's my favorite genre. My favorite genre is horror indie games, and I love them so much. So without spoiling too much, what... for online, I play Deadlock, Peak, and Repo. I am actually playing, or hoping to play some Repo with a couple of friends, because I've gotten fairly into it. The biggest issue I keep running into is the, like, giant clown frog with the laser beam. He keeps wrecking my runs. Which, that's just me being mildly impatient. But also, whenever you're playing solo, the map is generally super linear. And so, like, when you run into an enemy, you're kind of just stuck with them. Of course, that's probably just, you know, me being bad and need to get good. But Peak is a lot of fun. I just got Deadlock, so I haven't really played it all that much. quarantine zone. I'm gonna have to look that up here. How's the CO2 looking? It's still kind of rough, but it's alright. Alright, I think we completed more research. I don't know. It's not fun if you ask me. You just do the same thing over and over again for 27 days. I honestly don't know which game you're talking about because I've said so many words in between your last post and this one. Quarantine zone. I see. Gotcha. Okay, so you were just mentioning quarantine zone exists, not necessarily that you would suggest it as like a game. I don't know. I might dig into it. I am going to destroy that though and put in a new one. What's the game about that I'm playing? So this is Oxygen Not Included. It is a like colony management game essentially. So you tell them you got to build things and then they do it. But the tricky bit is you have all these different things you have to watch out for. So stuff like oxygen, you have to, generate power to run things. You have to have enough food, make sure they're not super stressed, and essentially try to make a self-sufficient base. I'm not really sure what the end game of this is. I have got maybe 10 hours in it, and at least a third of that is on stream. So I know how the game runs to the most basic of degrees, but that's about it. The end game is sustainability and doing dumb stuff. So, just almost like Minecraft, in the sense of just like, okay, I'm so overpowered now. Let me see what I can do with everything at my disposal. But of course, these two probably have nothing to do with it. Yeah, pretty much. That's fair. It's like, let's see how many planets I can colonize before the entire place implodes. Something of that nature. Insufficient oxygen generation. Oh, because can we play together sometime later? Using magma to make really hot steam to build gigantic steam-powered generators, stuff of that nature. As for Nora, ranching every single creature, I imagine that one is a pain in the butt, because from what I can see, there is so many different bugs. Actually, what's in here? Contents is just sandstone. Okay, good. Needs a medical pack. How do you get a medical pack? Is that... Look at research you gotta do. Medicine. Can we? It does not have to be today or tomorrow. We can play whenever we are free. I'm guessing you use the apothecary for that then. Everyone's getting enough light. 1, 2, 3. I could shift this light over one, actually. I'm going to do that. Deconstruct, power. No, I think it's furniture. There we go. More even lighting. I don't know. What kind of game do you have in mind? Peek in a repo. I mean, sure, I don't mind doing some kind of like repo. That could be fun. Okay, anyways, we are actually going to put down our first coal generator. Woo! Now, I don't know if energy generation is considered putting strain on the system. Cool, give me your Discord so I can add you real quick. Should be something along the lines of... There we go. This is a question for Mr. Generic Name. Does the power generation made by coal generators and the like, do they contribute to the stress on the wires, or is it only things drawing power? They might not be here right now. So we're just gonna send a friend request. Can you accept it? I will after stream. You're welcome. You know, we'll put it at like 30%. Sure. Dang, I'm starting to run out of things to, like, research. Or at least, like, running out of things that I want to research. Okay, I think we can actually stop making those for now. Do I watch anime? I do, actually. Me and my girlfriend are actually watching some Freerun right now because season 2 just dropped and she's never watched it before, and so we are gonna do that. Freerun is good. You watching JJK Culling Game? I've finished at least up until recently JJK because I don't think they've released anything anytime recently. As for Culling Game, I don't even think I've heard of that. Okay, I think it's finally time to do this. Hakari is going to show up in the next episode, bro. That's season 3 of JJK. The electrolyzer converts water into oxygen, hydrogen gas, and oxygen chlorine gas. Right, I forgot. All these things take power. Gotta make sure these guys stay disinfected while they're working here. Well, it looks like they're doing alright. New printables. Get some bristleberries. Yeah, I think I should actually put more lighting in. It might not have an immediate effect, but So, liquid is going to be... This is a liquid filter, yeah? Okay. I'm going to pump out water. But yeah, I think outside of that... Oh, I need to put you higher up. I see. Is this technically considered a building? It is. Okay. Okay, so that's easy enough. Okay, cool. Now I just need one of y'all to put that in, and then should be, for the most part, ready to go. I need you out here ASAP. And now you're all stuck in here like idiots. Let's see. What can we do? I guess we can do that. Sure. Oh, skill points available. Oops. I really don't care. Who got one? Camille, I see. I was gonna slap that on there. Ooh. All y'all are icky sicky. No, don't come up here and contaminate him too. Okay, I need you to go use this sink. You are still contaminated, my friend. Holy cow, what did you shove in here? That's a lot of polluted dirt. Holy cow. Okay, anyways, we can enable this building again. How much time we got? We've got enough. Okay. So I need these 3 deconstructed. Okay, we've got at least one of these set up. Okay, I think that's both of these. Perfect. So let's look at temperature, power, material, light, plumbing. Okay, perfect. So now I can... we'll wait on these for the morning. But having the 2 labs there mean I can... Interesting. So there's a hydrogen generator, meaning that I can use the electrolyzer to convert water into oxygen, and then hydrogen gas, and then I can use that gas to generate energy, and then I can use that energy to convert, well, I guess whatever into whatever. It's kind of up to whoever feels like it. Well, hopefully I'll get some sinks here pretty soon. But what I was going to do was get at least a deodorizer in here. Because... oh, they are going to be producing pretty much infinite polluted water. That is going to be an issue. Oh, right. Nope, don't want you. I want this. We do not have either of the ingredients for that. Okay, well, do you still technically count? You do. Let's go. Kitchen, greenhouse, stable, barracks, latrine, laboratory. A great hall. What is it going to take? Flush toilet, plumbed wash stations. Okay. Brother did not sleep. That's gotta be rough. Anyways, gonna deconstruct these. And in their place, we're going to put sinks. Okay, I think this might be low enough now that we can dig this out. I'm really hoping this is going to work how I hope it does. Perfect. I'm also like doubly hoping that I don't overflow the entire area, which there is that possibility. Oh, I think it was perfect. Holy cow. Honestly, I don't even know why I have the liquid filter here. Because there's no way that there's going to be clean water in this system, like, ever. Yeah, it'll be fine. Power, food, colony development. Holy cow. Okay, well that's something I'll have to look into later. How are we looking on oxygen? Did I forget to power this light? I, in fact, did. You love. So any sort of polluted oxygen gets sucked directly into the deodorizer. And then from there, clean oxygen is pumped throughout the rest of the base. New printables available. I'm alright. Oh, they laid 2 eggs. Nice. So I think, I guess it's in refinement then. Metal refinery produces refined metals from raw metal ore, significantly heats up and outputs liquid put into it. Yeah, so what do these use? Algae to produce oxygen? I mean, it's not water, so I honestly will start to take that, because if I end up with any more of this, it's going to start getting gross. Everyone, go to sleep. Or eat your food, whichever or. Ugh. Yeah, these two are just absolutely disgusting, and there's no way for us to clean it because it's all polluted dirt. Stinky earned a skill point. Let's go. I honestly don't know when I'm ever going to actually use that. So I think we're going to leave that skill point alone for now. So are these better? Max power is 2 kilowatts, whereas these are about 1,000 watts. So I guess that's double. Holy cow. Okay. Well, that... breathability is down to 60%. This thing needs a ton of water. But there is at least a film of water appearing on the top now. So maybe putting in this liquid filter wasn't a bad idea. Yeah, this allows me to make automation. So that'll be nice. Yeah, a couple of others have gotten the beginnings of theirs. Let's see. Frankie, what are you up to? You got ranching too. Do I have anyone who started... Okay, Lindsay started grilling. So I guess I can't let you go down the art path. I'm going to put you down the... I guess machine operating path, because you don't really have much else you like doing. Wait, did I grab the wrong one? Oh, I think it's supposed to be material science. Actually, I have no idea. It might be time for me to just go up. Yeah, that's 91 degrees Fahrenheit. That's fairly warm. At least I know you're getting warm water with your sink. I have no idea what a spindly grubfruit plant is, but looks interesting. Spindly grubfruit for food is tended by a divergent. If it is if it is tended by a divergent critter, it will produce high quality fruits instead. Given the name of two different genders of one species, the sweetle and the grub, both of which are able to produce asexually intended grubfruit plants. When having a grubfruit plant, both gender variants. Oh, so wait, hold on. It's like sweetles, right? Oh, less effective farming behavior. Okay. Cool steam vent. 24OX1. Oh, I see ladders. Deploys an automatic sweepy bot to sweep up solid debris and liquid spills. Dock stores liquids and solids gathered by sweepy. Uses power to recharge the sweepy. Duplicants will empty dock storage into available storage bins. New printables available. What do we got? A puffed egg. Puffs are non-aggressive critters that excrete lumps of slime with each breath. That's disgusting. Puffs. Mellow creature whose limited brain power is largely dedicated to sustaining its basic life process. Damn. Diet is polluted oxygen. Makes slime. Give it normal oxygen. It'll give you oxalite. What? That feels really strong. It's still running this thing. Holy cow. I mean, I guess, but I'll have to do it a little bit later, because right now we've got these guys, and they're already cramped. Because how big is this room? 40 tiles. Meaning this would bring it up to 80, essentially. Meaning they'd be a little less cramped. an idiot. What are the others? Can't do attack errands, but you're germ resistant and food poison resistant? That's not bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna reject all. Actually, I'm very interested to see what that looks like. Yeah, these are just all infected, which is quite terrifying. Do these not have? No, they very much do, so why are you actually clean then? It's terrifying. Oh, there's something down here. What did we unlock? Nothing. Robot miner. It's pretty good. I think there's stuff down here that's supposed to allow me to make like oxygen masks and stuff. Yeah, that. Yeah, we'll get to it. Alright, so that allows her access to this. Which, I don't think we have any salt. We've got sand. Lots of sand. Not a whole lot of salt. What do we got? Fungal spores, sucrose, waterweed, no. Blossom seed, no. Ah, I see. You realize the ranch has to be bigger. Yes. I do know that these guys need something around the range. I think consumable or our material overlay will show salt. Sandstone, granite, sedimentary rock. Bits and pieces of copper, uranium, lead, more copper. Lots of gold. And then we have iron over here in this corner. That's cool. Is that a gnome? No, it's a balm lily. Interesting. Oh, there's also some down here too. Oh geez, it's been 2 hours. I didn't even notice. I'm still gonna keep going though. I'm having a great time. But I do have some metal refinery going, so I do keep overloading the circuit though. I'm thinking about just doing the entire thing through conductive wire. Or is there some sort of way to make it so I can input energy from like the coal generator separately into the batteries, then it pulls out? Because I think that might be doing it. What is the other ingredient in berry sludge? Sleet wheat grain. What do you want to do with the batteries? Nothing in particular. I keep overloading my wires though. And so I'm trying to find a way to... Oh, I wonder if I could have it where I chain the batteries together, just kind of like 1 into 1, 1 into 1, or if that even technically counts. Yeah, because you can see that the... Hold on. That's light. Power. There. It's getting way overloaded. So the circuit is overloaded because of the load. Yes. Does that just mean I need stronger wires? So the max load on that wire type is 1,000. That can't increase. Yeah. You can either get more expensive wires, kind of expensive at the moment. or split the network up. Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to figure out what to do, is how to split the network. Transformers. I think I have those. Power transformer. Limits power flowing through the transformer to 1,000 watts. Connected batteries on the large side act as a valve and prevent wires from drawing more than 1,000. Oh. Well, that's gaudy. Oh, you can't, like, flip them upside down, though. So the idea is put a large wire on one side with your generators and batteries. Connect them to as many generator or transformers as you need to make smaller networks. Okay, so if I had like 2 transformers and I just had the batteries hooked up to my power generation, then I could split it into 2 separate networks. One being for like all this up here, and then one being for, well, I guess it'd be more like one would be just like this section here, and then just the rest of the base. So what's a large power transformer? 4 kilowatts, connect batteries on the large side. Okay, yeah, no, we do not need that quite yet. So I guess we can do... So I need to get... rid of that. Incoming banhammer. Oh, yeah. See, I have that specific one, like blacklisted. Alright, well, they're banned. They're gone. At least I have it, like, blacklisted from, I guess, coming in on my side. So I don't even, like, see it. But I do happen to actually have my stream manager open for once. So I actually got to see that. So I'll end up linking all this, I guess, running from, like, over here over. So I can do essentially this. Well, actually, not that. This. And then I can just do something akin to that. So that's then all linked. That's a bit awkward. Let's see if we can do that there. Ka-chow. So that'll then allow me well, no, I take that back. We just need to destroy that one there. And then connect up the wiring on this side instead. side. Okay. And we'll see what happens with this. Wait, can I not just put you on in the air? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Seriously? Okay, well... I would recommend putting the transformers outside your base. Do they just make a ton of heat? Kind of like a power station would be down the street. They make heat, and the heavy wire you'll likely use now is ugly, and dupes hate it. Oh, the like heavy wattage stuff, yeah. I was just going to use the fancy connective wire because it doesn't have that issue. Yeah, minus 13.5. Why are you sad? No, I don't want the door. Oh my gosh. This guy. There we go. Okay, so I just need to make them better quality food, I think is what's happening. Somehow everyone is still getting power, which... Ah, it's down here, I see. That is good. That is very good. Okay, well... I actually need to mess with their schedule a little bit. Oh. Oh, what's going on in here? I'm scared. floral scent. At a certain point of this plant's life cycle, it will emit a burst of 1,000,000 germs of floral scent. Floral scent allergens trigger excessive sneezing, fits, and duplicates who possess the allergen trait. Okay. So it's nothing to necessarily be worried about. Since I don't think any of my dupes are allergic. Finished up the research on hazard protections. That's good. Oh, we have exosuits. Interesting. That might be something I look into later. Anyways, for now, gonna put those down. And I need to get a wire. Well, I don't even know if I need a wire bridge, actually, because I can just... connect it up there. This one's going to need a wire bridge, though, just to... Nope. And once all that's constructed, I will delete that, and hopefully that will fix most of my problems. Okay, well, come on. You're almost done. I believe in you. Ooh, new printables available. What do we got? Sandstone, fried shrooms. We've got super hard digging, early bird, and super hard digging. Interesting. I'm gonna take the shrooms, honestly. So that means I can turn these off for a bit. Why are you hungry? Attributes, agriculture and husbandry are +3 each. +12 to science. Holy cow. I hope they can reach up here. I have no idea if they can actually. If these wires go out, I don't even know what I'm going to do, because I can't really get back in there. Okay, well, the transformer is officially on, but it's not ready yet. It's still got one wire waiting on it. Alright. It is done. I think power's all set up. Yeah, the heat these guys produce isn't even nearly as bad as this is. Nobody wants to come dig up here, though. Insufficient oxygen generation. Does, like, each and every one of y'all have yucky lung? So no one's quite gone into, I guess Frankie will have to be the one to do it. Into farming. Why has this ladder never been built? Interesting. So by putting a thin layer of water on top of the polluted water, it no longer produces polluted oxygen. Meaning I no longer need this. I think I'm going to have to change this, how I produce my oxygen. But the issue is I don't have anything that will scrub carbon dioxide without, or like that'll produce oxygen while removing carbon dioxide. I could probably use like a carbon skimmer. Well, I don't know. Do you produce polluted water? You do. Okay. So I guess what I'd have to do is use a carbon skimmer to grab all the carbon and then cycle it through water and then a different water sieve so it doesn't end up infected water. Right? That makes sense? Because I don't think it gains germs just by functioning. And then hopefully that'll allow me to keep the water I do have and just cycle this. So let's see. Camille earned a skill point. There we go. Okay. So I'm thinking water sieve here. We go with like a carbon skimmer or two here. I honestly don't know which one's pulling more. So this can pull 1,000 watts by itself. But it's not on right now. I think we're gonna put it on this one. Gonna put a liquid pump. I think right here makes the most sense. And then just something like this. I forgot everyone's main priority is just to sweep up everything. I don't... Okay. I guess he doesn't have any germs on him. I have no idea. You know, maybe putting the mess hall on the exact opposite side of the base from where they want to be eating is, or where they get their food from, probably isn't the best. So I guess we can fix that by deconstructing that and turning it into the mess hall instead. It's quite satisfying to watch them work. New printables available. We got some hatch eggs. Early morning attributes. Got some medicine or agriculture. I don't think any of these are honestly all that good. Yeah, I'll leave it be for now. Oh, of course you're unreachable somehow. How much algae do we have? Almost 2,000 kilograms. Oh, well, that's just an attribute. Right, you also need power. Okay, I need y'all to, like, hurry up. Come on. You're at, like... I'm just gonna disable that building, actually. Come on. Come on, one more. There we go. Okay. What is happening? Okay, so it looks like this one's not getting a chance to actually push its load in. But honestly, that's fine. Well, I don't know. Let's see what I can... Oh no. Well, I guess I'm just gonna keep building up until I find something. Actually, you mentioned something about incubator. Yeah. Probably needed those for a minute. Okay, cool. You both get to work now. Okay, well, while that does its thing, I do need to actually start producing more oxygen. What would be the best way to do that? I guess just adding some more oxygen diffusers isn't a terrible idea. Then the food, critter trap, airborne critter trap, incubator. There we go. Okay, well, what's going on here? It looks like we are not producing enough power. Interesting. I don't even know which facility is still running. Oh, I guess it's this one. Oh, Frankie earned a skill point. He has unlocked new knowledge. Holy cow, we just completely evaporated all the carbon dioxide. I guess algae farms are not nearly as good as I thought they were. I guess it probably doesn't help that we are shoving a mountain of oxygen just right here. But yeah, that's... I really need this to, like, hurry up and do its thing. Okay, hold on. Where is power, food, medicine, liquids? Okay, so I need yellow. Material study terminal. Yeah, Mr. Generic, you still around? This thing produces nearly 12,000 watts. There's still not enough power to go around. Gotta start turning a bunch of stuff off. Do none of y'all know the skill required for this? I'm confused. Okay. They can't reach any of this, which is probably why they're not working on it. I do think I am gonna cap this off, though. Is there still not enough power generation? What in the world? Hold on. That's why. The generators are not actually hooked up to the system correctly. There we go. And then I accidentally cut you off because oopsie daisy. Okay, well, hopefully that'll help. And we've now officially hit the 3-hour mark. Exciting. Okay, so we just unlocked a new station. Produces microchips to increase power output of generators. Conduct. Holy cow, this is huge. Conduct material science research to unlock new technologies. Consumes rad bolts. Assigned duplicants must possess the applied science research skill? What? Meteor shower? Is that going to affect me? I'm not on the surface. Okay, so it looks like this game gets weird about whenever you're trying to build stuff on top of things that need a specialty ability for it. Hey, alright, cool. So now we can actually place down that ladder. I do need to set up like a airlock. Oh, it's Bleachstone. Finally, found you. I'm gonna leave that as is, actually. Barbecue. Interesting. You get dirt, some with bedside manners, or husbandry. I think we're gonna go with the barbecue. How is this manual airlock an unreachable build? Oh, because the oxygen mask checkpoint. I see. How did you earn a skill point sleeping? Dude, that's impressive. I guess for the time being, I'm going to need to have to disable these so they can actually complete the builds. Grub egg is a 2% chance? Jeez. Like, what do you mean you're idle? There's plenty of stuff to do. Why are you idle? Let's see, what's something I can have you do while we're waiting? Well, I don't know what I can have you do. I mean, I guess I gotta have this be deconstructed. Maybe we can help put in a pneumatic door. Okay, what? Your whole thing is attacking, cooking, operating, and digging. Well, I guess if you really want, you can dig all this out. Right. I just got you finished up and then immediately took away your wires. We love. Okay, so we can finally enable these buildings, which will allow us to do that. Maybe I should set up more of these oxygen mask stations so people can actually help. So there is a very strong chance that like all the oxygen is gonna get sucked out of that room. Alright, gonna get more of these oxygen masks set up. And then hopefully more people will actually be able to use it. Nicola earned a skill point. Slap him on that electrical engineering. Alright, well, no more oxygen is being wasted within the base itself. You know, maybe I'll take this here and put it up here instead. Take the oxygen generator and move it up a layer. So does this count as a room? It's 92 tiles, so yes, it can. I think technically we have a power plant, yeah. Okay, well, hopefully this will help generate the oxygen we need for this whole thing to set up. Ah, it appears they didn't find anything. So, it's a natural germ-killing element. So it's just unbreathable, but I guess it's not an irritant then? Do you only need the exosuits for... I have no idea. Yeah, you need level 2 for that. And that's all normal. My goal at this point essentially is just go up. I guess I could also go out as well. There's just lots of polluted water. I want to get it clean before I try to use it. Yeah, there's lots of polluted water. Yeah, let's try to avoid the germs. I definitely should have some sort of sink here for whenever they are coming back in. There we go. Well, that should give them plenty of stuff to work on. Yeah, I want to wait on getting the sink set up before we even consider going into all this slime lung. New prints are available. What do we got? Twinkle Toes. Nah. Pincha pepper plants, balm lily, or mealwood. Their backsides are covered in thick woolly fibers that only grow in hydrogen climates. Interesting. You know what? We'll cancel. Yeah, that many. And everyone's eeping. Alright, and so we'll have this set to write only. Alright, well, time to start gathering all this polluted water. Yeah, this is very much a longer ordeal than I would necessarily like, but it is kind of just what it is. And I think I might work a little bit on it off stream. We'll find out. But for the time being, I think this will be the end. About 3.5 hours, that's not bad. But with that, I hope y'all enjoyed. Feel free to drop a like, follow, subscribe on whichever platform you might be on. And I will see y'all later. Possibly even tonight. And with that, have a great day.